Hi guys, so we are back for another DIY it or buy it video, and this week we're going to be talking eyeshadow primers. So I'm going to be comparing Urban Decay's Eden, which I only have a sample of at the moment, with a homemade primer, which will be made using some lip balm, natural lip balm, some foundation and some corn flour. So, excuse me. I've got my little tub for putting my finished product in, and I have my mixing stuff. Now it says to run the lip balm under water to help it mix. I've just put some boiling water in the bottom of this bowl and put my little cupcake mug in on top, and we're then going to mix it there. So this calls for half a teaspoon of lip balm. Oh man. I've never gouged into a lip balm like that before. So we've got... I'm realising that this is yellow and that possibly wasn't the best lip balm to use. So I'm just going to scrape this out into my little cup for mixing. Okay. So then we need to have 1 teaspoon of corn flour. Okay, and then it's 1.5 teaspoons of primer. So I'm just going to quickly wipe some of the extra lip balm off of my little spoon, and let's get some foundation on the go. I'm hoping this is liquid enough to pour out because it doesn't come with a pump. Okay, it's not, and it doesn't come with a pump. Oh dear. I'm not feeling very successful at this so far. I should have known not to choose a long wear foundation because it would be really thick. Oh, yay, we're finally starting to come out. The other problem was I didn't really want to use any of my expensive foundations. So I'm just going to keep going till I've got a spoonful and a half, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so that's me finally got 1.5 teaspoons out of that damn bottle of foundation. So now that they're all there, I was going to mix this with a toothpick or a chopstick or something disposable, but to be honest, since I've just used that lip brush to scrape all the foundation out, I'm just going to continue getting the back of that lip brush absolutely manky. Now that actually mixed far easier than I thought it would. There's still a little bit of the lip balm that's not quite melted. I know, because I just saw a patch of orange. Well, the orange will do good for cancelling out any kind of veins in your eye at least. This definitely does look like eyeshadow primer. If you can see down there. So I'm going to get this decanted into the pot later. We are now going to do my eye makeup using this as a primer. Now I've chose to use the Urban Decay Naked Free palette simply because I think it's a palette that a lot of people are familiar with. They're familiar with the quality of the eyeshadows in these, they're familiar with the fact that they don't really fade or crease when there's any kind of primer under them, so I figured they were a good fair one to use. So let's have my right eye being the DIY primer. Straight away this feels very, very, very sticky, which I guess is a good thing. It's definitely evened out the colour on my eye socket area. And then Urban Decay's Eden, because that's also a bit tinted. So Fox wise, this has actually stopped feeling sticky quite quickly, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but let's just do a quick eye look to see how the shadows sit on top of both of these. So far, I'd say fairly even results. In real life, I feel this one looks a tiny bit brighter, but that's probably because I've used a foundation that's really, really pale. Self-explanatory why I've done that. So let's just get a nice sparkly shade on the lid. If anybody cares, I was using Strange on my brow bone and I'm going to use Buzz on my lid. So I didn't want to do too subtle an eye look because I want it to be nice and easy to see if we get any creasing or fading. I'm going to say it, the DIY eye looks more vibrant and bright than the real Urban Decay one. So that's interesting. Crease, I'm going to put Nooner in as like a kind of transition colour because I always use Nooner for that. It's gorgeous. I'm going to bring this quite high. Let's do a dramatic eye today. Because again, we want big dramatic eyes so that we can see whether or not this product really works. And then, I don't know why I put that brush down because I'm still using it. Black Heart, which is just such a gorgeous colour. Sorry, I've gone really quiet. Right, so far the dark colour looks fairly even on both of them, but the bright lid colour looks much brighter with the homemade side, and I'm getting way more excited about this than last week's DIY, which I will link below if you haven't seen it. It was nowhere near as successful as this one, and I haven't even finished testing this. Last week's I didn't even feel safe putting near my eye. So I'm just going to put on a quick coat of mascara and then we will zoom in for a proper comparison. And this is what happens if you stop yourself doing the awkward mascara face because you're on camera. You end up with mascara on your brow bone. So, twist your face to your heart's content. Okay, so let's zoom in and have a proper good look at the two. So it's quite, I would say it's pretty noticeable that the lid colour is brighter on this side, and I did try and build it up on this side to look brighter. The brow bone, I just feel looks a little bit, actually it's now beginning to look brighter on this side when I'm zoomed right in like this, but it doesn't look as natural. I actually think this one looks a bit prettier. The crease colour and stuff, oddly not as dark, but I don't know if that's just been me doing this in a rush. Yeah, okay, that's it, I'm similar. But yeah, let me just double check and show you that, look, however much I try and layer this on, it doesn't really look the same. It doesn't look as pigmented. It just looks like there's a lot more shimmer than that beautiful rose colour that's in that shadow. But I'm waiting for this to dry before, I'm waiting for that mascara to dry before I flake it off, by the way. I'm not actually just going to sit around with flaky mascara. So I'm now going to go about my day. Is 12:47. So I will go about my day. I will see how these last. As soon as I get any kind of creasing, if I do, I will come back and I will check in and let you know how long that took. If I don't get any creasing, which to be honest I'm beginning to expect because I'm so far really delighted with how this is working out, then I will just be back before I take my makeup off at the end of the night to show you the comparison between the two eyes. So I will be back. Hi guys, so I'm back for a check-in. The time is now 5 to 5 and I just wanted to show you how this product is holding up. So far we've got no creasing on either side, but I do notice quite a lot of fading on the DIY side. So this edge bit isn't anywhere near as dark as it used to be. The lid isn't near as vibrant as it used to be. And I feel like this middle bit is just not even showing any of that pink colour compared to this eye, where we've still got a bit of the pink and it's very dark there. Given that this eye also started looking brighter than this one, that's obviously quite a bit of fading. So that being said, if I had this on both my eyes, it's not really something that you would notice, but I definitely wanted to put this in a check-in for you. So I'm going to keep wearing this for the rest of the day and come back and show you at the end whether we have had any creasing or whether the fading is the limit of the problems that we have with the DIY one. Hi guys, so I am back. The time is now 7:10 and I just wanted to do another check-in on the eye makeup. So let's zoom in. Let's ignore my skin because that's totally not what we're talking about today. So I would say the kind of fading is even more obvious than it was in the last check-in. The colours are even more kind of blurred together than they were last time, especially compared to the other eye, and we have some light creasing going on as well. So yeah, there's almost like a wet look coming to this one. I almost feel like that might be the lip balm kind of melting, or it might just be that most of what's left is now the shimmer on that side, because it does look far sparklier than the other one. So I'm thinking the pigment might have went away and the glitter in the eyeshadow is, you know, or the shimmer in the eyeshadow has kind of stayed behind. So this light situation is awful. I need to get a proper ring light, but I just don't have the budget right now. Right, so unfortunately I am going to be continuing to buy primer. While I initially loved this, it gave such a vibrant, you know, finish to the eyeshadow, which was brilliant. Long term, it's just not, you know, holding up the same as my Shopbot one. And there are cheaper Shopbot ones out there that do as good a job as the Urban Decay one. NYX do one that's absolutely fabulous. And to be honest, I get quite a lot of eye primer samples in various boxes and gift with purchase sets, things like that. So I think perhaps if you're somebody that has a drier skin type, this might be better for you, with the whole lip balm obviously being quite a rich moisturising ingredient to have in this. But for somebody with oily skin, it's perhaps not the best, and you can literally see the light reflecting off of my oily skin, which is just to emphasise just how oily I am. Also, I'm using a foundation today that I just don't think is right for my skin. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. So overall, as I said, I'm going to be continuing to buy my eyeshadow primers. If you're somebody who has drier skin, I definitely think this is worth checking out. It did give a wonderfully vibrant eye to begin with, and perhaps, you know, if your skin doesn't have as many oils as mine seems to, you might go on a lot better. You might not have that creasing, you might not have the fading. But yeah, so if you guys have got any questions about this, please leave comments down below. And if you have any ideas of what you would like to see me try and DIY next week, always happy to take suggestions. And yeah, just like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will speak to you soon. Bye guys.